Surfboard, and in this series we will be taking a look into different places that you can find within the world of Red Dead Redemption 2. This will be primarily a lore and backstory series for the purpose of aiding those interested in learning more about this world, and those who, like myself, began learning as much as possible for the purpose of solving the mysteries. For this series, we will be going state by state, focusing on different locations, the history that exists there, and even a little speculation where relevant information is not present. So come along with me, and on our first object of inquiry, the abandoned town of Colter. Ambarino, a land of rock and snow, beautiful views overlooking the vast fields of white. A land of loss and great sorrow for many of those who have gone there. But the results of their deeds remain, though many times we know not where they have gone and why. During Arthur's tenure, only 3 places in the state of Ambarino are occupied: the Chess Border, Wapiti Indian Reservation, and the Veterans Homestead. Today, we will be diving into one of Ambarino's most prominently featured locations, the old abandoned town of Colter. The town of Colter is populated by livestock pens, a church, a schoolhouse, a blacksmith/barn, 4 houses, 2 of which remain standing, and a well. 7 structures in total, and not a soul to be found. What happened here? And why does it look like everyone had to run away, leaving so many possessions behind? Now, we find Colter in a sorry state. Being the first place in the game we are introduced to in Chapter 1, we don't spend a lot of time there before leaving again for Horseshoe Overlook in Chapter 2. Colter is where Davy Callender is buried, as a result of his wounds during the Blackwater heist. We know because of New Hanover Gazette number 27, which is the newspaper you get just after completing the mission Eastward Bound, which is the last one in Chapter 1. We learn that Ambarino and the far north are just recovering from a very severe blizzard and a very short growing season prior, from the years 1883 to 1884, almost 10 years before the start of the game, resulting in the abandonment of the town. A look at the graves beside the church, we see 3 graves with headstones and 4 made out of wood, 1 carved, and the other 3 are sticks that are lashed together and planted into the ground. It is only speculation, but I surmise that the people buried under the wooden markers are those who died during the storm, and the entrapment of the populace during this severe blizzard rendered the populace unable to make or order real headstones for the people that died. With the first person dead, they took extra effort on this marker, making it carved, making it fancy. But the next 3 overwhelmed the townspeople, and no way to make a proper headstone and months of inclement weather, these simplified crosses were made to suffice before the people of Colter decided to either brave the wilderness in search of a new home during or just after the blizzard. Something else I noticed while strolling through the windy ruins of Colter were the empty animal pens. What happened to these animals is unknown, but it would be relevant to point out that a rather large group of frozen cows are found just south of the town on the right side of Spider Gorge between Colter and Lake Elizabeth. Whether these are the remains of the people's livestock or just a failed cattle drive is unknown. What remains inside the houses of Colter shines a light into the life that these people lived before being forced to leave. It appears that they lived relatively comfortably, with household amenities and seemingly ample tools to survive. However, the most striking building to me was the schoolhouse. Though turned over and dusty, it has a unique assortment of paintings and photographs found all over the building. The chalkboards have all been erased, even the 3 narrow ones that run along the top at the front of the building, which would typically display the alphabet. This says to me that the packing up and moving out was expected, although the residents were forced to pack very light. At this time, this is all we know about the old town of Colter and the people that live there. A hardy people, forced out by weather beyond their capabilities to resist, taking only what they needed, not able to look back or recover what they had lost. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I plan to make a lot more in this series, so if you enjoyed it, please like, favorite, share, subscribe. It'll really help me out. Thank you, and good day.